Welcome to the Geeks Attic. This is a Star Wars Expanded Universe book review of Razor's Edge. Star Wars Empire and Rebellion Razor's Edge was written by Martha Wells. This expanded universe tale takes place during the Rebellion era, 2 years after the Battle of Yavin. Now, before I get into a brief summary and my overall thoughts, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if you have read this book and what your thoughts are of this book. The Gamble, an Alliance ship, is thrown into a tough situation right off the bat. The ship, which contains a small crew including Leia and Han, drop out of hyperspace and are immediately attacked. The crew was on a mission to gather materials for Echo Base. This attack raises a lot of questions like, how did the Empire know where the Gamble would be when they dropped out of hyperspace? It appears that there is a deep cover Imperial agent inside the rebel group. The Gamble is now in need of some serious repairs after successfully escaping the Imperial attack. They make contact with a pirate ship, which turns out to be full of former Alderaanians.
Oh, that's cool.
In Razor's Edge, not only is there a fight for survival, but it's about building up relationships and earning trust. So now let's get into my overall thoughts and make sure you hit that thumbs up. Star Wars Razor's Edge by Martha Wells was a fine story. I mean, it starts off very strong and exciting, throwing our main characters, Han, Leia, and a few others, into a very dangerous and explosive situation. I found the story to be just kind of okay overall, though. It has a lot of filler inside of it. It's just a little blip on the timeline, but it was written well. It wasn't a very boring story, but it also wasn't very exciting other than that intro. I think the greatest thing about this book is the characterization of our leads, Han and Leia. In the films, we get to see the friction between the two. This book drives deeper into that frustration that these characters feel towards each other, which was a nice little touch. Han Solo, definitely a difficult man to work with. The guy is hard-headed and he prefers to go rogue rather than work with a group. I love that we get into the mind of Leia and her thoughts towards Han. She understands his distrust for others, and I do think with Leia, I think that she comes across way too harsh at times. Her attitude pretty much sucks. I think that Martha Wells could have done a better job with Leia, making her more likable, because she is not very likable in this story at all. At least for me.
A little too bitchy.
The banter between Han and Leia was great. However, the characters do something that I found very dumb. I don't know why it was in this book. It doesn't feel Star Wars. There's the use of finger quotes to be sarcastic. I hate that. It's not Star Wars. It just stuck out. So I've said this book was just okay. Why do I think that? Well, that's because I feel like this story turns into a YA novel, into a weird genre that I don't care for. Leia meets up with these Alderaanians, and then they meet up with these pirates, and then all of a sudden everybody's playing this game of survival. It felt like I was reading the Hunger Games, kind of, that genre of story. I don't care for that. Thankfully, it wasn't through the entire book, but it went on way longer than I had wanted it to. I'd say that this book will be forgettable, at least for me. The only takeaway is the stuff that happens between Han and Leia. So do I recommend that you read Star Wars Razor's Edge by Martha Wells? I mean, while I said it was just okay, yes, go ahead and pick this one up and read it if you're looking for a good story between Han and Leia. And that'll be it for this book review. Remember to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already so you'll be notified when I post more videos, and check me out on X at The Geeks Attic and thegeeksattic.com. Have a good one.